Oh, goodness. It's time for the podcast. Dun, 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 dun. We need like a chord. Maybe we should do that every time we have a podcast.
It smells like we're going on a fox hunt.
I don't think that's... We're not going on a fox hunt.
Those are illegal.
Hunting foxes is illegal?
Now it is. Yeah.
What's fox, plural? Foxes or foxi?
Foxes.
Foxy.
Yeah, it's now illegal. And
Really?
there are people that basically...
Illegal like across the world or?
I believe it's illegal in the UK now.
In America?
Well, I saw a video on Facebook, so...
Oh, okay. Well, your
correct
source...
me if I'm wrong, but I saw a video where there are like people that like jump in the middle of it and save the fox.
Save the fox!
I'm like, you're jumping into like a pack of dogs for a wild animal. You're probably lucky you didn't get your face bitten off.
Save the fox!
Beside the point. Sorry, podcast.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. So today we are talking about decision making.
I am the worst at it.
Okay.
Well, it's true.
So before we dig into the big old topic of decision making, I think there are different levels of decision making.
Explain.
Explain yourself, madam. There's a couple different places. It's kind of different when you are on your own making a decision and it only affects you. Mm-hmm. There's a difference when you are married or you make a decision that affects others. Mm-hmm. Like you and I.
Yeah.
That's kind of the boat we're in. And then I think there's another level above that that's like the family level. Or when you own something and have employees. What? You make it so hard. What are you doing?
Sorry, I have an itch. I thought I cut myself.
Oh, nice. Okay. To the family level, like, or if you are an owner of a company and you have employees under you, where your decisions directly affect the livelihood of other people.
That's kind of marriage too.
Yeah.
But you're talking on a grander scheme, more people than just two.
I'm talking on the grand scheme. Yeah, so where my decision-making abilities lie are the first two steps. We don't have any babies yet. Or a dog.
Or employees.
I have to sneeze. No, I don't. Okay, so...
And my decision-making abilities lie in another category.
What's that?
The, unable to make decisions category.
That's not true at all.
It's semi-true.
It's not
I
true.
have a hard time with making decisions in general. Whether they affect me or not. Well, most of them affect me.
Yeah.
But even if they affect other people, I feel like sometimes I have a hard time making decisions.
And then there's also another level of decisions. So besides that category, there's the whole... Like, we don't sit down and have a whole discussion, plan out whether we're going to buy Kashi Goleen cereal or Fruit Loops. You know? Well, actually,
We have an inter-aisle decision-making for cereal.
Yeah. Well, that wasn't the point, but... the point was that we go to different levels and different extremes for different, situations.
Yeah.
So, the big decisions that we have made together are basically starting this company, buying shirts and products and figuring out what to upgrade, what not to upgrade. Let's see, what else? Figuring out what we do need for this and what we don't need for this. And then personal-wise, recently it's been looking for a house, that whole decision, looking for a puppy. Aww.
Yeah.
We won't get off on that tangent. But, we've got real decisions that need to get made. And I feel like we have... Obviously, we don't have this whole thing figured out. I don't have the quick 5-step guide for making every decision in your life because A, it's very situational, and B, I don't have everything figured out yet. But what I do know is that I feel like we do a very good job of making decisions. Agreed or not so much?
I think I would agree with that. I think when we honestly sit down and look at something, we have pros and cons that we look through.
So let's just do that. Let's dive into how we do it.
Okay, so...
If there is a big decision that we need to make, what's the first thing we do?
We usually try to break it down, I feel like.
Yeah.
We try to look at the different aspects of how it's going to affect us and how it would maybe play out and where we're at with whatever is going to be involved.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's the shirts, I mean, we make decisions based on, you know, what season we're coming up into. Like with the tanks, it was, okay, we're coming up on spring, summer, we want something warm. We're not going to exactly go for a hoodie right now.
Right.
Like, those kind of decisions. I mean, that's kind of simple, kind of self-explanatory, but at the same time, it's still one that has to be made.
It's basically the very high level, like, do we need it, yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of like the high level of what are we going to kind of dive into. And a lot of our big decisions, I feel like a lot of big decisions all revolve around finances.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's kind of like, where are you at in the moment? Like, what can you actually afford to do?
Yeah.
And is it actually something you need to do now? Like with the whole conversation you brought up today, like with getting the email address.
Nobody knows about that yet. So we had a conversation earlier today whether we should buy our custom domain email addresses. So we would have like a support@weareprclothing.com. And that would be an email that you could get a hold of if you had any questions with issues of shipping. Or if we wanted to do one that was like Alex Mershon at WeArePR Clothing.com or Laura Mershon at WeArePR Clothing.
Yeah.
We had that discussion today.
You can specify up to however many, but it's like, okay, is that a cost we need to invest in right now? Or, you know, since there's only 2 of us at the moment and we can tweak how it appears on the website, let's just do it that way for now, like, and go that way. If we were getting an influx of emails, then maybe it would be something we'd look into doing, especially if it was like trying to get a hold of different aspects of us, but that'd probably be more...
It's down the road, but it's not something
sensible if we had more people.
But it's not something we need right now, though.
Right.
So we don't really need it right now, so we can get by with it. So the first thing is that it has to make sense for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
It can't just be super lopsided. Just, I want to do this with the expense of it coming to you kind of thing.
Yeah.
We've got to figure out some happy middle ground and everything works together. The second thing that we focus on, so step 1 is make sure it's right with both of you in your hearts. Make sure that what we're doing, we're both agreeing on, and we're good with it.
Mm-hmm.
The next thing I feel like we do a lot of, and this is that you and I don't usually talk about this much, but I think we pray about it a lot, individually. Not usually together, but I think we individually do it a lot. Whether this is the right path for us, right move for us long term, if this is what we're supposed to be doing, I feel like that we do that a lot, and it's not something we normally talk about a lot. And it's not even really something we talk about a lot with each other. I mean, we bring it up, but I don't think we don't usually pray together about something.
Not
A big
usually.
decision.
I mean, we probably should, but
We should.
We don't usually.
Yeah. So I think that's usually like the second step that we do.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, the kind of the big last step that we do is whether our situation allows for it or not. That's usually like the last thing that we do, because if it's right in our hearts and we've prayed about it and it still feels right, then usually at that point it's a matter of how are we going to make it happen. Mm-hmm. It's not I'm good with it, she's good with it, we've prayed about it, we're still good with it, we probably shouldn't do it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Usually if you get to that point and you still truly deep down in your heart feel like it is the right move to do, it's usually the right move to do. Now, that may require some sacrifices, some risks, some scary jumps, like looking at a house where we're looking at putting a huge amount of capital down for that. I mean, it's not. I mean, big decisions aren't fun to make.
No.
Well, they're not fun to make in the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's you can look at houses and have fun looking at houses and stuff like that, but when it comes down to crunching the numbers, that's when it starts to hit you that it's kind of real, and it's like, okay, maybe I don't want to write that check right now. I mean, that kind of thing.
And especially if you're in a spot similar to us, where you are either a newly married couple or you've got a business and you've got other expenses. Mm-hmm. with other dreams and things that you're trying to make happen, and to tie up that much of everything you've been saving for, it's kind of scary. But at the end of the day, that falls into category number 3 for us. It's right in our hearts. We've prayed about it. We feel like it's the right move for us. Now it's just a matter of making it happen. We have to figure out how logistically we can make it happen for us.
Yep.
So yeah, that's basically our 3-step process.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
What, you'd add more?
No, I guess
That
I
was
just didn't know that we were going with a 3-step process, and that's what we ended up with.
I wasn't going for a 3-step process, but that's just kind of how it flowed out.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we've got big decisions.
Yeah. And some not so big decisions, but it doesn't.
What are the not so big decisions? Like what movies we were going to get yesterday, the $5 bin?
Yeah, it was less than $5.
Yeah, they were $3.75 each.
74.
Oh goodness. And I looked at them on eBay and we can't flip them for that much money.
Oh my gosh.
So you're welcome. I have our future in mind.
You look at everything on eBay.
Yeah.
Decisions.
So yeah. What other, do you guys have any tips? Do you have, I kind of paused like I was waiting for them to answer there.
I know. And I was like, they can't respond.
They're not going to hear this. They can't see you, Ramsey. You know what commercial that's from?
No.
Oh, JK. Lol. Yeah, so what kind of decisions do you guys have? And I want to know if you've got more steps to our 3-step matrix.
Why did you say if in like 4 times?
Because I'm feeling hillbilly-ish. You know.
Okay.
Down on the bayou. Yeah, so this is getting out of hand now. There's our, this always happens. There's basically our high-level overview of how we handle decision-making.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to add?
I feel like this was a short podcast.
It was a shorter one, but I want to talk about that.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's, so I tried to take a poll on whether you guys wanted to hear, like, more businessy podcasts, or if you wanted to hear more of just the Laura and I podcast show. Because I have a whole paper over here that I was going to talk about, and that one got shut down.
I didn't know what it was, and I wasn't really going to be able to talk much.
Competitive positioning matrix.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
For our business.
I don't know.
It basically means that's like you boil down what you want people to remember you for.
Yeah.
And creating your brand image and your branding strategy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you still have about as much enthusiasm as I thought you would. I got excited. And we're going to do that. So I didn't know if you guys want to hear more of that, or if you have Laura's outlook on that, because it sounds like she is not a fan of that one. So it doesn't sound like you're going to be seeing us do a competitive positioning matrix. Is that our call to leave and go fox hunting? That is illegal?
At least we think it's illegal.
No, don't say we.
Okay, at least I think it's illegal.
There you go.
But I'm not quite sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know better than I do.
Bam. Alright, so let's get out of here. There's our short podcast.
Alright, farewell, people.
Why do you get that accent?
Toodaloo.
No.
I'm going fox hunting.
No. Even though I have it now.
I can't ride horses. This isn't gonna work.
We need podcast topics. So if you want to hear about anything from us, please leave it below. That like breaks like the golden rule of you're supposed to do like one call to action per video on YouTube. We've done like 14 in the past 3 minutes. Yeah. I told them to.
I didn't call people to go fox hunting.
No. Yeah, we told people to go fox hunting. So there's one call to action.
No, I said don't go fox hunting.
That's still a call to action. You're still actioning them to not do something. Call to action. CTA. What else did we tell them to do? We told them to add more to our 3-step process and let us know what decisions they were making and let us know what topics they wanted to hear and let us know if they wanted to hear about more branding strategy or the us videos in the podcast.
I guess it's a lot. But we'd like feedback. If you can give us feedback on any of the above mentioned things, that would be helpful. Thanks so much. We love you. Bye.
That was really flowy. Flowy? That had good flow.